Hi, welcome back to This African Perspective. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate having you here. So today I am gonna be reacting to a compilation of videos that I got from TikTok on actually people who live in RVs, they live in U-Hauls, they live in their car. Okay, because that's the way they are trying to avoid paying rent. As you guys know that the rent prices have really gone high, and many people have like challenges with paying it because they have to decide between other necessities of life. They be like, what should I do? Because not everybody earn enough to actually pay those rents. Unlike before, where maybe you could search for some rent and try to fit into the lifestyle that you're living. Like, okay, this is my pay, my monthly pay. Let me try to find a place that is actually going to be where I will still have some money at the end of the day when I pay for it. Is this something that I can afford? Now it has really become very challenging. The money has gone so high that people's pay and income cannot even fill that void. It cannot pay their bills. So that is the reason why some people are actually opting out for the for going to vans, living RVs, like I said. And right now we're going to be reacting to those videos and checking it out. But before we get right into the video, please, I need you guys to click the like button, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, of course. And even if you're not new here, make sure you check and confirm that you are subscribed. Subscribing is actually very free. Like I said, I always say this, it is free. It's not going to cost you anything. All right. And also leave your thoughts in the comment section by the end of this video. Let's get right into it.
You guys, oh my God, watch this.
So I'm 31 years old. I just quit my job, sold my house in Chicago, bought an RV, and I'm traveling. And currently I've been sitting at a beach for the 7th day in a row. And I thought to myself, I wonder, this is probably what retired people feel like. That freedom. I just learned how to find it at a younger age, which is whatever. That's fine. But then I started thinking a little more, and I was like, well, what's the average life expectancy of somebody in the United States of America? And it was 77 years old. So I did a little mathy math, and I was like, so I'm expected to retire at 63. Let's just go with the average, right? And die 14 years later? You mean to tell me that you want me to fucking work? Damn. You want me to work for, I don't know, 18 to 63? I mean, I was just working since I was 13, so that's what, 50. You want me to motherfucking work for 40 to 50 years of my life so I can die 14 years? Fuck that bullshit. You ain't get me to do that. Bye. I don't give a shit what anybody says about me. I don't care if you think I'm lazy. I'm gonna figure it out a different way. I'm not doing that. That sounds ludicrous when I actually put it together. People out there celebrating their retirement and dying of cancer a year later. But it makes sense because they don't want you to live a long time. We're just like cattle. When you retire a cattle, it gets old. So, I mean, the sooner you die, the less Social Security they gotta pay out on you. Well, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Yeah. No thank you, American dream. Fuck that bullshit. Honestly, I'm selling my college degree if anybody wants it. Right now, I think it only costs like 38 grand. So if you want it, it's all yours. Oh, cheers to freedom. Love you.
How on earth am I going to work for that long? And with the amount of way that they actually stress people now, and the way where the economy is crashing, like people don't really have much peace. They are depressed. Maybe there are a lot of people dealing with, maybe some of them are dealing with high blood pressure, different type of healthcare issue, and you don't even have money to actually take care of yourself. And of course, like all those things might send people to their early grave because they are not happy. Like if you don't have happiness, you don't have peace, you don't have like this level of like feeling like you're fulfilled in life, all those things are things that can actually cut your lifespan short and make you go to your grave so earlier than you should have, or you should. So with that being said, sometimes some people are not even going to be, they're not going to live long enough to even collect the Social Security after they work their whole life. There are some people that I see in Walmart, some old men and women working. Even when you see them, they are possibly maybe above 70 and they're still working. Why? Because whatever money they're paying them is not enough. They really need to go and work harder and keep working and working and working. And it's like, sometimes you think about it, you're like, is this the life that we are supposed to live?
If you're tired of spending all your money on plans on buying a house to live in anytime soon. Don't forget to hit that follow.
Hi, I'm Izzy, and I am a single mom with 2 kids, and I live in an RV, and I live off $1,500 a month. Sometimes in the winter months, I live off a lot less, like $600 a month. Well, I don't have these bills yearly. Monthly. These are yearly bills. The first year, of course, again, starting off, it was a struggle paying things out for the year versus monthly. I don't want any monthly bills. So that's why style means you eliminate a lot of your bills. So we eliminate bills like expensive clothing. We don't have, I would say I probably only spent about $600 to $700 for the year for all 3 of us. $100 during the winter, and people say, what about food? That's pretty much all I'm buying is food. And I'm not spending $600 a month on food. That's I love to cook. We're not just eating ramen noodles. We overeating. We're not comfort eating. We're not stress eating. We're not eating because we're bored, because we're actually living the life that we chose. We're actually happy. We're actually outdoors. And so food is not our main thing. The whole point of this life is to live, not to try to fit in. Is to actually just live. For now, even my boys who wants to stay at this park as a second permanent resident, the monthly rent here, I told you guys, was $500, and so we're gonna spend like maybe $800 or $900 a month. Now we're gonna spend even less than that because, again, I eliminate bills. So my ex-husband, which is the kid's father, is going to help pay some of the RV rent. So again, now instead of paying $500, I'm probably paying about $200 a month to live here. And that's exactly the design of this whole lifestyle. So the whole point is eliminating bills, living simple. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. It's not rocket science. It's just simply a different mindset.
Rent, and that's why I've been rebuilding my SUV into a new camper car. And since I have solar panels on the roof, I can power this fridge 24/7. But the best part is my electric bill is $0 a month, so I can enjoy this cold drink knowing that I'm saving more money.
What's up, y'all? Let me show you my nighttime car routine. Get yourself a Jackery. You need it for power supply. I went on Amazon and I bought a blow-up mattress. I'm going to show you guys how to put it in your car every night. If you want to get this one, I'll show it in a hot minute here. There it is. Get your Jackery, blow it up. You can use your cigarette lighter in your car, but put that part. It's a 2-piece set. Oh, booty. Ooh, booty. Gorgeous. See, you just put that part in there and then you blow up the top part. Booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. Sorry, y'all. I'm obsessed with myself, kind of. If you're not, that's okay too. But just taking my sweet time here, blowing it up. Nice cushion, you guys. Highly recommend. So soft. Yay! Get a blanket, pillows, your favorite fleece. Get your ass in there and go to bed. What else I do is I bought these screens because I don't want no bugs in my car, y'all. No thank you, ma'am. No sir, no ma'am. Then I got some Reflectix. You can find this at Menards, Home Depot. Get you some. Protects you from the cold and the heat. Ooh, big pimping. What's that show called with Exhibit? Pimp My Ride ain't got nothing on me. Living my best life in my car, sunroof, stars out, guns out, smiles out. I love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning in.
I live in my car, and here's how much money I saved by not paying rent. My old apartment cost me $1,800 per month with utilities. I live 9 months out of the year in my car and 3 months leeching and crashing at friends or family. So 9 times 1,800 is $16,200. Check.
I'm gonna show you a hack on how we save money living in an RV.
So when we're camping in an RV spot where we have electricity, we use a space heater instead of using our actual like thermostat, because that runs off of propane. And if most places you've already paid for electricity, so why not utilize all your electricity? So we have 2 space heaters, one for the front, one for the back, and we have a couple of monkeys in here as well too. So anyways, save your propane for your cooktop, or if you're boondocking or something like that, use space heaters because you've already paid for the electricity and it will save you tons of.
So I get asked all the time, is RV life right for you? And the truth is, I have no idea. Everybody wants to know what my bills are when it literally doesn't matter, because your bills are going to be completely different. The simplest way that I can put when people ask me this question is just comparing it to like a car. What dealership are you going to? Are you buying it privately? Are you buying it from a dealership? How old is it? Is it new or used? What is your credit like? And the same goes for lot rent. Are you staying at an RV resort? Are you staying at a campground? Are you boondocking? Where are you staying? How close to the city is it? And what's the cost of living? I live in an RV full time because it's helping me save money, but it might not help you. In fact, it might cost you more to live in an RV. My entire goal isn't to convince you to move into an RV. It's to convince you just to look into it. You also need to decide if you're going to be stationary or traveling. I'm stationary, so I don't have to have a big truck to haul my RV, and my insurance is way lower because, again, I don't have a truck to haul this RV. If I ever need to move this RV, I just hire a company. Which is never. So basically, you just need to shop it out for yourself to see if it's worth it to you. And remember, where you live, what your credit's like, and what you buy plays a huge part in the cost of living for you. So don't think your bills are going to be cheaper than mine or more expensive, because it could go either way. So remember to do your own research and don't just move into an RV just because some influencer.
If you guys have an SUV and always planned to live in your car and always wanted to give it a try, here are my 3 tips I could give you guys to get that started. First tip is at least spending like $100 on your furniture. So everything you see in here was actually built off of just 150 bucks. I bought this for like 40 bucks at Target. These are $5 each at Walmart. I bought a sheet of wood just for like 50 bucks. These I actually found for scraps. Second tip is make sure your windows are tinted really dark. Like I literally can't see anything in there, because then now you have really dark tinted windows. You don't have to worry about putting shit up all the time in each little window. And the last tip is you could do this in any car. You could do it in an old car, you could do it in a new car. Other than that, just make sure your car is completely okay, oil change, it's not overheating, and you're
I live in my car because the cost of living in America is just too high. So I get questions like this, like what am I going to do if my car busts? Which I feel like is a weird way of phrasing that. But if my car does break down, I'll just get it fixed. And if it's a repair that costs more than $1,000, then I am just going to get rid of the car and then move to Europe and start a new life there. It's pretty simple. I have nothing tying me down to America. Yeah, I have no anything tying me here to America. No friends, no family. So I could just like start over anywhere.
So today I'm going to talk about the cost of van life. Van life can really vary depending on you, depending on what you want to do, what you want to eat, how much money you want to spend on activities and food and going out. But there are lots of ways where you can make it extremely affordable and save money. So I'm here to tell you how I do it as cheap as humanly possible. I don't spend money on going to any dumps or filling up my van with water. I have a mini RV, so I do black and gray water dumps at a traditional RV dump. And I make sure that I look along the way for free ones. Sometimes that means I'm dumping before I need to, or I have to wait and maybe use toilets other places if I'm trying to make it stretch. But I make sure I always find a free one. Same with filling up my van's water. I also have a Berkey water container. So sometimes if I run out of water in my van's main water, I will just go to Planet Fitness and use a couple water bottles and fill up my Berkey. And I just make it work in order to save money and only use those things when they're free. I also don't pay for any places to stay. I don't pay for an RV park where I plug in my van or do anything like that. I camp for free everywhere that I go, or park for free in either parking lots, BLM land, National Forest land. I use iOverlander, and I find free and safe places to sleep, and I haven't had to pay for a place yet. The majority of activities that I do are involving my National Park Pass, which is $80 per year. And so everything I do usually involves that pass. Occasionally, I'll go to a state park or something that has a parking fee or entrance fee. But for the most part, I just do outdoorsy things that involve that pass. If I want to do things in the city, I'll look for a free museum entrance day or free things to walk around and see and do. There are tons and tons of free things to do, or things that are free on certain days that you can look up while you're in a city too. I generally don't go out to eat or go out drinking. If I want to try the local food, I will usually try a food truck. That's something that's really affordable and pretty much the same as groceries, and usually really delicious. And whenever I am traveling a longer distance, like today I'm going 2 hours, I always look for several things along the way. I look for a free dump and free water if I need it. Water, give or take. If I'm completely full, I don't worry about that. But that and Trader Joe's or grocery outlet. I look for one along the way because they're not everywhere. In fact, there is no grocery outlet here in Arizona that I've found. I'm not really sure what's like it. But Trader Joe's is only in certain places too, and that's a lot more affordable organic groceries for me. So that, and I will also look for where there's the cheapest gas along the way too, especially that Costco membership. So when I'm traveling, those are the things that I mainly look out for to make stops along the way and find the best, especially if I'm going a longer distance, so I have lots of options. Basically, to sum it up, if you leave it till you need it, you're going to end up paying more. If you go out of your way to look for the most affordable option in advance, sometimes way well before you need it, that's how you're going to save the most money in van life.